I would be just as happy to stay in Maine or New Hampshire or Vermont. They have striking scenery, and it's very different from here, but my family was back in Dutchess County, so it made sense to come back to this area. They have mountains. We have mountains, but not as big as the White Mountains, but we've got this incredible river. I grew up here, obviously, and always thought all rivers looked like this until I crossed the Mississippi. And I was kind of like, where's the river? It was so narrow that I was shocked and didn't realize until I started traveling how beautiful this area is. The river is wonderful. You can see it, you can smell it, you can get in it, you can be on it, you can go to the parks nearby and enjoy it. It's just incredible that we have this. And it's very different up north than it is here in the Mid-Hudson, and then all the way down to the city. It feels different all the way along the way. Bridge for the region has been a historic, not a building, a historic bridge. Wherever you drive along the river, you can see it. It tells you that you're getting into Poughkeepsie. It reminds you of the trains that used to cross the river and brings us back to the days when most transportation was by train. When I was little, I would know where I was by looking at that bridge, literally. In the future, since they are moving forward on this walkway over the Hudson, it's going to provide the most incredible recreation opportunity that will be available, I hope for free, I don't know about that, for everyone to come and see. And if you haven't spent much time on the river in this area, it's going to provide a chance to see how incredibly beautiful it is, both from springtime with the trees blooming right on through to fall when the colors are changing. And then you get to watch and see everybody down below and what they're doing on the river. I want to see the fireworks from up there. I have watched the fireworks from the water and from the land for years, so I would like to be up there to see them. I think that would be really neat. Definitely walking, picnicking, sitting down, strolling. I've been on the bridge, so I know how wide it is. Maybe some music events or artists up there. I would imagine people would want to be up there painting and drawing as much as they could. I don't know about bicycle, but maybe there could be special days set aside where everybody on the bridge is on bike as opposed to picnicking at the same time, so that there's enough room to make that safe, because that would be an awesome opportunity to bike across the Hudson too. I think the most interesting thing about this bridge is that it was used by trains so many years ago, and then now we're able to get up there and walk on it. Certainly trains have been turned into bicycle paths and recreation pathways, but those are the ones on the ground. I mean, this one is hundreds of feet above that water, and it's really awesome to look down and see that. About 13 years ago, I had the opportunity to take my family out on the bridge, and I'm really glad that I did it, since we haven't had much activity on that bridge since then. But I was very scared. I didn't think about it when I was going there. We parked the car and out we went. And I had my 3-year-old daughter clutched in one hand, and my 9-month-old son was in a backpack on my back. And when we started walking across the bridge, we realized that what we were walking on was a grating with holes in it. And so when you looked down, you could literally see through the walkway down to the water. I knew that I could see everything on the sides, but I thought I'd have something solid underneath, and it wasn't. And so that made it very scary for me with my children. So I passed off my daughter to my husband, and I just had the baby in the backpack. And he decided to start wiggling all over the place. And so I'm like holding on to my balance as I'm walking, and started panicking 3/4 of the way out there, but got myself out there and just enjoyed this incredible view. It was like being in an airplane or a hot air balloon, but still having your feet on the ground. At the time, 13 years ago, the bridge was not sturdy at all. Some of the handrails were actually missing. The rails on the siding were just some, not rope, but some kind of a little chain or metal, 3 pieces of it going across, so someone very easily could climb through it. Not that you would want to. And then and they were only about this high, and then some of them were missing. So you couldn't hold on to them if you were starting to get scared. So in that sense, it wasn't very structurally safe at that point. Certainly they're going to change all of that. My first impression of the bridge, it was big. It was really high up. You know, you're up with the birds and the clouds, you know, on a foggy day. I don't know if I'd want to be in a train crossing or going across it, because it just felt like you were just hanging out up there.
Now, you said you...
When I was up there, it was a beautiful sunny day, so you could see from the Catskills right on across Poughkeepsie, the city of Poughkeepsie, north and south, up and down the river. You could see everywhere, 360 degrees. There's not many places that you can do that. Even on the Empire State Building, you can walk around and see 360 degrees, but from one spot you cannot. And up there you could see everything. It was breathtaking.